Hi everyone, how are you doing? Thanks for clicking on my video today. So I am starting up my craft vlogs again. I'm so excited. I am loving knitting at the minute, but I'm going to be sharing all the crafts I'm working on, whether it's knitting, crochet, did any cross stitch, diamond painting, jewellery making, resin, paper crafts. Honestly, I dabble with everything. I just like sort of mix it up a bit. But yeah, I'm just going to I thought I'd just sort of come on and then chit chat as I'm just working on things and just share what I'm up to and just sort of, yeah, I just enjoy like creating vlogs and content, and it's just very much kind of like, they're not sort of heavily edited or anything at all like that. It's just very much like a diary really of what I'm up to. So yeah, so I hope you're all keeping well, and let me know what you're working on right now. I'm not sure how long this video is going to run for, but my plan is I kind of thought I'd maybe upload my craft vlogs. I'm going to try and maybe upload them weekly, see how that goes, and hopefully upload them on a Sunday. I think Sunday's a really good day to upload a weekly vlog. Often we have a bit more time. It's usually busy on Saturdays, and it's Sundays often we can sort of sit, maybe do a bit of our own crafting with a cup of tea. So if you're doing something, let me know what you're working on, what you're drinking, and yeah, I really hope you enjoy it. So I'll sort of vlog Sunday through Saturday and then upload it on the Sunday and then sort of keep running like that. That's kind of like my first plan. I have got a few other craft vlogs on my channel from last year, and bits here and there, but I'm going to try and be really consistent. I've now moved up here to Scotland. Parents have moved out. I had them staying with us for a couple of months whilst they bought their house, and I feel like now they went out a couple of days ago, and I just want to kind of get into like a new groove and just sort of do a little bit of something for myself. So yeah, I've been obsessing with making socks. I'm currently working on my 4th pair of socks, which I'll show you what I've got here. I'm just about to start my toe decreases, so this is what I'm currently working on. The yarn is, picked this up from Wool Warehouse. I have actually got a Wool Warehouse haul on my video just from like last week, I think, so go check that out if you want. But yeah, it's Drops Fable, and it is in the shade 925, which I'm trying to think what, this one isn't the berries and cream, I don't think. There's it's on my Ravelry. I've got a Ravelry page. I'm going to be jumping around the place until I settle down with these vlogs. But yeah, I'll pop on the screen what the actual yarn is, what this is. But the pattern I'm following was a free pattern, which I found on, I think I found it on Ravelry, where I kind of get most of my patterns, and it is the Sock Broker Light pattern. So it's just basically like a kind of rib pattern along like the top of the sock with stockinette in the back and stockinette on the sole. They've got loads of different sizes in it as well. I really like this pattern. It's been really well written out, and yeah, it comes in sizes small, medium, large, extra large and extra large, and it fits foot circumferences from 7 inches through to 12-inch circumference. So I think it's a really nice inclusive pattern. And what I really like is it's honestly so well written. There's loads of information in it, but then on the back it's got like row notes. It gives you like a hint for like how many rows you'd need for each size, for the cast-ons, the cuffs, the legs, the heel flap rows, the heel turns, how many stitches you need left, the gusset stitches to pick up, decrease until total stitch count. And then you can write in here, they've got a space for you to put your foot rows, like for your own like foot size in, and then how many toe stitches you need to have left at the end. So it's like you can kind of apply this, I think, to so many patterns. I just love it. I think it's a really good resource. And then I've got a space on the back for you to write your own kind of things on the back. So I'll link my Ravelry project for this down below. If you want to follow me on Ravelry, that's great. But yeah, as you can see here, like the pattern is obviously a dead simple pattern, but it's just like this sort of ribbed pattern along the front. I did change the cuff to a twisted rib. So it's first of all kind of modify the cuff. So I thought I'd just do that. Doesn't it make it look so neat? And I really like this wool because it's kind of like, it's creating like a zigzaggy. My neighbour's dog's barking. I'm so sorry. I've literally got about 3 neighbours in a mile radius. And now there's another dog. never mind. But I really like it because it kind of creating like a zigzag pattern, which is kind of cool. You can sort of see it there on the sole of the foot as well. So yeah, I'm really liking it. It is really easy to remember. So that's what I'm up to. Now, yesterday I made a mistake and I noticed it on the pattern. I just couldn't have been concentrating, and I purled when I should have done a knit stitch on part of this sort of like rib pattern section. And it was about 8 rows back. And I just thought, oh, do I ignore it? And I thought, I just can't ignore it. But it was so far back, I just thought, oh, what do I do? And it'd be a lot to pick back. I think it was on my decrease rows as well. So I watched a YouTube tutorial on how to fix a mistake further back on your rows. I think it was the Knitting Doctor. I'll link it, and then it was super easy. And so yeah, I purposefully dropped a stitch so I could then unravel it all the way back and then try to fix it. And I fixed it with I had a little crochet hook. Where is it? And yeah, and I fixed it with this, and it was so easy. So I'm gonna just pop in a clip. So I recorded it. I was like, because I was super worried about it, but I knew I was wanting to start my craft vlogs. So I'm gonna insert here how it worked out. And guys, I am blown away. It was my first time ever doing anything like that. It was super easy. Oh guys, I made a mistake on my crochet, on my knitting. I just noticed all the way back here. I just wasn't paying attention. That should be a knit stitch. I've done a purl. I've just watched a video how to do this, and I'm going to drop a stitch on purpose so I can go back and fix it. And you just need a crochet hook, and it looks pretty straightforward. Don't know if it is, we'll find out. I'm going to use my magnifier just to make sure. So I've caught my stitch. I'm going to make sure that's fine there. Don't want to drop any more. Right then, so I need to, oh, this is so nerve-wracking. What's the worst that can happen? I have to make my sock again. That's the worst, isn't it? That's all. Okay, so it just says to, oh my goodness, pull out the stitch. Pull out the stitch. It doesn't want to even pull out. I think it's got caught up on itself a wee bit. Okay. Let's just pull that out, undo, undo. Oh my goodness. I am so brave doing this. Undo. Right, here's the one that's wrong. It's just, it's sort of stuck together a wee bit. There we go. Get that undone. Okay. Undo. Right, this is the wrong one. I've got no idea how I made that. Okay, so it says just put it in. It looks pretty much like almost like a straightforward. It basically looks like a chain stitch. I'm going to zoom you around. Okay, it looks like it should just be basically going through the one there, and then pulling that through. That creates your knit. Yes. Oh my gosh, this is really... Oh my goodness, I can't believe I was so brave to do that. I'm really pleased because I don't like seeing obvious mistakes in my work. And that was super easy to fix. There we go. I've done it. Can you see that's that row? And now what was a purl is now back to a knit. I just need to make sure I put this back on the right way. Is that it? Have I got that the right way? That might be on the wrong way. What way around do my knits go? I need to make sure I've got, so this leg should be at the front. I think I've got that twisted actually. I think it should be, hang on, is it that way? Yes, I think that's at the front, that's at the back. So I think that's kind of right. I think that's right. Yes, you can see how the loop's created there. That's correct. Oh, wow. I did it. A new skill acquired. Right, yeah, so, I mean, like, wow. Who am I? Anyway, I'm going to show you super quick I'm going to do a roundup video at the end of the month anyway, so I don't want to do too much of a spoiler alert. But I have now made, yeah, I'm on my 4th pair of socks. So I've got, so these were my first socks. I'm not going to show you too much, but they were just like a basic stockinette one for Crazy Sock Ladies. And then I did Crazy Sock Lady again, doing a DK pattern. These are all free. And then I did another Crazy Sock Lady pattern, the Vanilla Bean, but I paid for that pattern, and that's them there. They all need blocking. I'm going to do a separate, I'm going to include like blocking, I think, in my vlog when I get around to doing it. And I think I might just like block one sock out of each pair so that I can like compare like the blocked versus the unblocked sock, and then just sort of see how like the texture of the wool and things is affected as well. I thought it'd be really interesting so I can do a proper comparison. I've seen like people saying like it really softens up after blocking and things like that, so it'd be really interesting to see. I have been sort of maybe learning a bit more about how many stitches I need on my foot length as well, so it's just, I'm kind of like learning. I'm really proud. It's literally, I only made my first pair of socks last month, and yeah, I'm obsessed. So I'm now, like I say, on pair number 4, and I'm about to do my toe decreases. I've been using the like the short fixed circular needles, and I love them. And I've got these little stoppers so that my stitches don't fall off, so I can try them on. And I'm just gonna I think I've got a really good length now for my sock, and I've got millions of stitch markers on to mark different bits. But yeah, I'm just about to do my toe decreases. This is not going to be a flattering shot. So, oh my gosh, there we go. So I've got my sock on here. So yeah, it's a single rib. The pattern is just on the front of the foot, which I believe now they call the instep. I always thought the instep was underneath, but I knew that was a sole, but I always kind of thought the instep was like the arch. But on sock construction and things, yeah, this is the instep, this is the sole, this is my heel flap and gusset, which is like the only method of heel I've done, but I really like it, and have learned just to increase the foot length a little bit more. So this is a little bit further back and it's much more comfortable. So yeah, I think I'm about right now to start my toe decreases. I don't know if my feet are mucky. I've been out walking in the garden, and but I'm really excited to get this one finished. So it's like for counting like the rounds and things like this. So this is like where the end of my rib was. So I've got my marker here, and then each of these yellow ones marks 10 rows. The blue one is also at 10 rows from this previous yellow one, but then this is where I started my heel flap. And then I've got my next 10 rows down here, but then this little purple one was actually at the end of my decreases from after my heel turn and things, after the gusset. And then just continued on again here, and then that's just another, I'm up to 10 again, I think, on there. So I've kind of got 70 from my top of my heel flap, and that kind of works out really well for my foot. Although I don't know if I should be counting my foot from the end of the decreases, so let me know if you know. But from my heel flap, I've got like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 rows. And that's kind of like what I've been working from. But I suppose if I get a different heel construction, that's going to be different. But that's why I can just sort of, I'm going to write it all down so that I know that after the decreases here, how many rows I've got. It's so confusing. I am a complete novice sock person, but I'm absolutely loving it. Just loving it. So yeah, that should probably be finished later today. So yeah, I'll link all that down below. But but I want to show you this, what's just come from Amazon, because I'm clearly obsessed with socks. I've just ordered 52 weeks of socks, and it's come. And I got this because a lot of the socks in here just look like textured socks. So rather than getting too confused with like lots of colour work and things like that, I just thought it'd be really nice to work on lots of different textures. I mean, like, look at that. That looks gorgeous. So I just thought it's going to push me a little bit and get me into sort of trying a few more intricate patterns. And on first looks, it looks a really nice book. There's like lots of like lacy ones, just some really nice basic, I'm saying basic patterns, but do you know what I mean? They're not like wild, crazy coloured, like colour work or anything. And there's like a mix of, and there seems to be like lots of different types of heels, which I thought would be really good. There's some toe up ones that I've only ever done cuff down. So I thought this would be really good just to try and push me a little bit. I think I might, oh, look at these, they look nice. I think I might maybe create standalone videos for each sock, but obviously also include it in my vlogs, how I'm getting on. Let me know what you think, if I should just keep it my vlogs, ooh, colour work, or do them as individual videos. I think it might be quite nice just to do separate videos. Oh, they look fun as well, little bobbly ones. So yeah, I'm excited to do that. Anyway, I'm going to go, otherwise this video is going to be like massive already, and then I'll just keep popping on each day, let you know how I'm getting on. But if I get this finished, I'll pop on later on and let you see that. First time I've used the Drops Fable. It's so cheap and affordable, so which is great. So I don't have any hand-dyed yarns. You know, I don't think I'm going to be paying like 20 quid for a ball of yarn to make a sock, if I'm honest. But I'm going to sort of see how these go. I've been trying to get a few different brands of yarn just so I can like compare them and see what I like. I have in my haul that I sort of did last week from Wool Warehouse, I did get some of the Yarnsmith merino superwash, and honestly that feels so soft. And I've got them in like self-patterning or self-striping kind of variegated types of yarn, so I think that might end up being like a more sort of simple sock to use, that just to show off the wool. But it feels beautiful, and this feels more rustic. It might feel like it'd probably be really heavy wearing. It feels like a good, I mean, it feels like it'd be a good sock yarn really. But it doesn't feel scratchy on my foot, but it certainly feels, you can feel the wool content in it. Anyway, I'm sure you know all about that anyway, but I'd say it was quite a cute little colourway in it. And yeah, it's boiling. I've just shut all my windows and doors whilst I came on to say hiya. So hopefully you'll stick around. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And I'm hoping just to sort of, yeah, have a really nice kind of like just chit-chatty style vlog where I just sort of keep you up to date with what I'm working on. It's not going to be all knitting, whatever I do. I think this week it'll probably be knitting just because I'm going away tomorrow for a week, so I can take my knitting with me. But otherwise, my back, it could be just like up organising my craft room, bits, whatever I'm doing crafty related, I'll be sharing with you. I'm thinking as well when I go to away, like tomorrow I'm away for the week, I thought it might be really nice whenever I go away somewhere, maybe to buy a ball of yarn that I can use to make a pair of socks from that place, and maybe try and do a cast on whilst I'm away, and just to sort of like remind me of the place where I've visited. So I thought that might be something nice. We can maybe go and have a little look and see if there are any like yarn shops where I'm going, and maybe get a photo for inspiration for colours and try and tie that into the ball of yarn. I don't know, but I thought that might be quite nice to have like a holiday cast on. But yeah, anyway, I'll pop back later on, let you know how I'm getting on with this, and yeah, let me know what you're working on. Hello, just checking in. It is now Tuesday, and we're in Campbelltown, so we're up for the week here, just on holiday. We come up every year just to see friends and things who used to live here. But I thought I would check in because I wanted to show you, I managed to finish off the sock on Sunday night that I was working on. So here we go. This is it. All done. So I think it's worked out really well actually. So it was Kitchener toe. It is the sock broker sock. Let me tell you who it's by. I've got the pattern here. I don't think I told you earlier on who it was by. It is, where are we? Yeah, the Sock Broker Light by Elia Higgins. And that's it there. And as I said, I got it off Ravelry. I'm really, really pleased with it. Let me show you it on, shall I? I've just cast on my second sock last night and I'm just working the rib. But you have to excuse my very white legs and everything else. And I'm just keeping the stitch markers in for now. I haven't sewn in the ends from the cast on, but you'll get an idea of what it looks like. Let's bring it down here. So I'm just in the flat where we are, just like in an Airbnb. Oh my gosh, this is a dreadful angle. Hang on a minute. Let me just get this organized. I've decided just to sit down and then do it like this. This might be easier to see. So you can see here, so it's like the heel flap and gusset construction, and that's sort of fitting on there really, really nicely. I think it's like a nice size for my foot. I think I've got a good size there. It is, I think my leg's in shape. But it is like a shorter leg sock. And it's just like, did I do? I think it was 32 rows I did, like 10, 20, 30, 40, 10, 20, 30, 40 rows until I started the heel flap and gusset. And then there is like the ribbed pattern on the instep of the sock, which I think is like really nice. And even though it's like a patterned yarn, I think it's shown really well. Yes, it doesn't detract away from it too much. So this might be a really good basic pattern that I do. I did consider doing this all the way around, rather than having stockinette stitch at the back. So I think that might be something I'd do here. Then obviously just keep the stockinette on the sole after the gusset. But yeah, I think I might continue this round and just like duplicate it on the back half of the stitches next time. But I really, really like how it looks. I think it is nice. I think it'd be nice and plain. Also probably patterned, it'd be okay. And it's a really, really comfortable sock. From where I started doing my heel flap, I've done 70 rows, I think it was. So it's like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 rows. And then this purple marker is from the when I finished the gusset decreases, so I could count from there in case like that counted as a foot section. So if ever I was doing like a toe up, that might be a useful measure. And so from that point it was, so I'm going to say like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, I think it was like 48 rows from there to there. But yeah, there we go. I'm really pleased with it. I think it looks all right. Just get your perch back on here, you're a bit wonky. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased with this. I think it's a nice looking sock, a really easy pattern. So we'll continue on with the second sock. I did start a new ball of yarn purely because I didn't weigh how much I had left. I probably should have done, but I didn't want to have to join the yarn partway through my foot section or anything, so I thought I'll just start a new ball and then I should have the same amount of yarn left in each of the balls, so I can use that with another sock, maybe like doing a little shorty or something like that. But yeah, I'm just really, really happy with it. What I have realised, I think I've made my foot longer on this pen. It definitely feels more comfortable. I think before, I mean, I know I've got to block them yet, but it certainly feels comfy. Yeah, but I think before I was just thinking like, I don't know, oh yeah, that's it, it fits, it's okay. But yeah, I just think that little bit extra length is good for me. And I suppose the more socks I knit, the more I'll find what I like. And plus it's like different yarns, different, you know, sort of, and things like that, different brands. So I'll just end up finding which balls I like, which I don't. Did I talk about blocking them earlier on Sunday? I can't remember, but I think what I'm going to do a video where once I've got all like these finished, so then I'll have like 4 pairs of socks. I think I'm going to just like block one of each of the socks so I can compare them, how the yarn feels blocked versus unblocked, and just how the general sock looks blocked versus unblocked as well. So I'm dead excited to start blocking them. I have got my sock blockers at home, just 1 pair, but okay, I'm just gonna crack on, do a little bit more of this. Yeah, I've literally just done 2.5 rows of my rib, so I'm excited to get this done. Hopefully, we're here for a week. It'd be nice if I could just get this sock finished whilst I'm here. My husband's golfing this morning. He goes out really early. It's still only it's not even 10 o'clock yet, so he'll probably be back in the next hour. But I'm probably going to use the mornings, that couple of hours in the mornings, as a chance just to do a little bit of knitting. And then, yeah, so if I can get my sock finished, that'd be lovely. Then I'd have that pair done to get back. I'm also going to go buy some yarn whilst I'm here. So I've got like my holiday sock cast on as well. I'll just keep you up to date with my progress of how it's coming on. And then obviously if we go yarn shopping and we find anything, I'll be taking you with me as well. So I hope you're all having a really good week. Okay guys, I'll catch you in a little bit. Morning, it is Wednesday, the 20th of August. So I just thought I'd check in with you all quickly. Right, so yeah, Glenn's away golfing for the day. He was invited with the golf club to go over to Arran for the day golfing, so he's off doing that, and I'm going to be meeting my friend a bit later. So I have been doing some not crochet, oh my goodness. I've been knitting my sock a bit. I didn't get much done last night, I just was like shattered. But I'm cracking on with this now. So I've got my 16 rows of my rib done. Interestingly, I have to say that I did notice when I did my cast on, I'm not sure if I mentioned this, but I used like the German twist cast on, and this sock compared to the other one felt a lot easier to knit that first round after cast on, because often it's like really tight, and it felt much easier knitting it compared to my last sock. But I think I'm just getting the hang of the cast on a bit easier now. It's becoming just, yeah, I kept like dropping it, you know, it was just, I found it really difficult initially the first couple of times I used it, but it was much easier this time. So it is like a nice stretchy cast on. So yeah, I've done my 16 rows of twisted rib, and I've now done 18 rows of my leg. It is 40 rows for the leg, so I'm almost halfway down. So I'll probably do a little bit more of that. So yeah, that's just like where I'm up to just now, a little progress check. I found it as well much easier, this sock, compared to the last one. It took me a little while on the first sock just to be able to do it without checking the pattern until it was like properly established, whereas now I feel like I know the pattern. It's a really simple sort of thing. It's kind of like sort of symmetrical, it's like mirrored of each other. So you've got like these bits here is like the middle of your instep, and then it's just kind of like mirrored out from there. So yeah, I found it really simple to do. It is really quick, as I mentioned, it's only a 2-row repeat. So yeah, that's coming on really nicely. Yesterday I did pop into, there's like a little shop in town that sells crafts by local crafters and makers, and they have got like a small wool section. So I thought I'll be able to go in there, get my yarn, as I'd mentioned before. Like I'm wanting to buy some sock yarn so I can make like some holiday socks. And guys, I thought surely they've got some like hand-dyed yarn. I haven't bought any hand-dyed yarn, but I think it's a great excuse to get some. No, and even sock yarn. I was like, oh, have you got some sock yarn? Because I was looking, and she came over to say, how can I help you? And there was only a couple of balls of sock yarn, and I think it was like a patterns one, and they were plain. So I left it, and anyway, I've had a look around everywhere else in the town, and I cannot find any yarn anywhere. So I think I'm just going to go back. I think it was like, they had 2 50-gram balls of like a pale grey, and then 2 50-gram balls of like a darker teal. And then the dark teal was actually a really nice colour, so I'm tempted to get that. And to be honest, it'd been really good like to go with this, probably sort of similar to this kind of shade. And it'd have been really nice, wouldn't it, to have done a contrast heel and toe with this. Anyway, what I'm thinking of is maybe just getting both of the colours. I could get some grey, get the teal, and then maybe do like my first pair of colourwork socks using those two together. But then what I thought about was if I could maybe do like an argyle pattern, maybe. And then randomly on YouTube last night, I found because obviously I'm just watching loads and loads of sock videos on YouTube because I'm obsessed. And there was a girl on there that was showing her socks, and the pattern was called Caradale, and it was like a little argyle pattern. I'll try and link her video down below, but she sells this pattern and it's called Caradale. Well, Caradale is a little village just a few miles from Campbelltown, so I thought, and it was like a two colour pattern. I'll pop a picture actually of her socks in here. So I thought, why don't I buy this yarn in Campbelltown but use the pattern called Caradale, which is just a village like within Argyle. So I thought that would be a really good idea. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go back today and buy these 2 colours of yarn. Hopefully they're still there. You watch them be sold out. If not, I could just use any other yarn, but I will use that pattern as my holiday socks. So yeah, I thought that'd be really, really good. So I probably won't get to cast it on now. Or maybe I could buy the pattern because it'll be a digital pattern. I could buy the pattern, do my holiday cast on, then we can complete that as my 5th pair of socks. So let me know if you think that is a good idea. Although by the time you watch this, I'd have already bought it. So it is a good idea. All right, guys. So yeah, that is just my little check-in for now. I'm probably just going to continue on, maybe do another few rows of this, although I'm really tired today. It's 5 to 11. I'll meet my friend in a couple of hours, so I can certainly get a little bit more of this done. I've got no idea. I don't think I'll get this sock finished this week whilst I'm here, if I'm honest. It's Wednesday already. I don't know where this week is going. I did actually bring some other yarn with me. I don't think I showed you guys. So I packed up a few things in here in anticipation. I don't know what I was thinking of. So I put all like my like circular needles in here and everything. And I brought some yarn just in case I had time to do others. And I brought this one, which isn't this fun. So this is like Kinkle Zigzag. I've got no idea how this knits up. Looks very snazzy. So that's nice. And then if I've maybe got some leftover yarn from that, that might be nice to go with this. I am thinking I need to buy some single like solid colours, like in like a nice deep pink and like a lime. I seem to get a lot of socks with lime in. I think either like a French navy, lime, nice bright pink. They'd be like really good contrasted colours for a lot of the yarn I've got. But anyway, I've got that. It was just in case I couldn't get anything. I also brought this, interestingly. And is that all? Is that what I brought? Is that everything I brought? Yes. So I'm not really sure why I brought this with me. But anyway, I did. I was also thinking, like, with that wool in the shop, like the greys and the teals, I was on the beach yesterday and it was a really cloudy day. And I thought, well, actually, the grey could represent the grey clouds and then like the teal could have represented the sea. And that was me getting really desperate for inspiration for the colours. However, I think we can just take the fact that those were the only colours available and then, yeah, do these Argyle socks, the Caradale socks, which I think would be really cool. All right, I'm now rambling, so I'm going to push off for now, do a few more rounds. I'll I'll check in tonight if I've got any progress done, or if not, I'll just like pop on tomorrow and let you know how I'm going. It's probably gonna be a really dull vlog this week because I'm literally just working on one pair of socks. But yeah, but that's what we're doing. I've had no problems with it. It's working up really nicely. So yeah, I'll catch you later. Have a lovely day, whatever you're up to. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're working on right now. It doesn't have to be knitting. It could be crochet, embroidery, cross stitch, diamond painting, anything, colouring, anything at all. Let me know what you're up to and what you enjoy doing, just to like pass your time. So see you in a wee bit. Here we go. Hello, it's Thursday, 21st now. So I've just been out, I picked up that wool I was telling you about the other day that was the only one I could find to make socks with. I suppose I could have probably got something else to make a scarf or a hat or something, but yeah, I really wanted to make some socks. So these are the colours I picked. I think they'll work quite nicely together with some colour work because they are really contrasting. So they are both, oh, the Signet, not pack, so it's Signet. Oh, I've not tried this before. And it is the Truly Wool Rich 4-ply. And we've got a couple of shades here. So I think they're going to go really, really nicely together. So I'll probably have this as the base colour and maybe this as the contrast. So yeah, I'll either do colour work around the top with that pattern. I'm going to pop a picture in of the pattern I'd seen, like the Caradale sock pattern. Or maybe I could just do like a contrast cuff, heel and toe, which I haven't done yet. And that might be a good introduction to doing it. And then I'll still have some yarn left over then for future projects. But yeah, so we've got the shade, it just says 246. It looks, it's like a soft beige. It's not quite grey, not quite beige. It feels all right. These are both 50 gram balls. It was only $2.95 a ball, which I didn't think was too bad at all. Yeah, it's made by Signet and it is 75% pure new wool, superwash wool, 25% polyamide. So that's that. And then this shade, so it's kind of like a, not quite teal, it's like a, it's quite a greeny blue. It is a really nice shade actually, and it's in the colour 2141. And again, it's exactly the same as the other one. It is the superwash 75-25, like wool to polyamide. So yeah, I think that'll make some nice socks together. It should be really good contrasting colours. So I need to come up with something nice. I probably will try the Caradale sock and see how I get on with it. And it'll be something good to try. So I might purchase the pattern in a little bit, and then I can at least do the cast on whilst I'm here, and then I can finish the socks later. Been working on, I've just done a couple more rows on my actual sock. I've only got a couple left to do before I get to the heel flap. I've done 32 rows, I've got another 8 rows to do for the heel flap, so not much to show you from yesterday. But at least I'm managing to still get a little bit done here and there. And then yeah, that's where we're up to. So nothing else to report. So I'll check in later when I've got something more to show you. Maybe when I've cast on the other socks. Okay, so I'll catch you all in a wee bit. Hello, it's Friday, so I thought I'd give you a quick update on my sock. It'll be nice to get her, well, it'd be nice to be able to share some other projects with you rather than just one pair of socks. However, this is just how this week is rolling. So yeah, I've almost finished my heel flap. So it's a slip stitch flap. I was just thinking how it's funny how probably like the first way that you learn to make socks is like kind of like your preferred way. So like for me, it's like use like a short circular. I use DPNs for the heel flap, and then I pick back up with my short circular for the gusset, and then I use magic loop for my toe. And then that's just because that's what Crazy Sock Lady does, and that's kind of what I did and what I like, and so now it's kind of like how I do it. So yeah, I was just sort of kind of thinking, how are we easily influenced by our first way of learning a sock? Is that kind of what our preferred method is? I don't know. I can't imagine doing a toe up sock. yeah, I think that's why this book, that the 52 Weeks of Socks, is going to be really good for me. It's going to push me out of my comfort zone. Even though this is only pair number 4 that I've done, I already kind of feel like I feel comfortable in this method of sock making. So it's going to be really good fun to try different heels, different toes, like toes up, toes down, afterthought heels, all these other kind of things that I don't even really know that exist yet. But yeah, we're nearly there. So I think we've just got another couple of rows of this, then I'll be turning the heel, which I still do on DPNs. And then yeah, when I go to pick up the stitches for the gusset, I sort of put it back onto the short circulars. So let me know what methods you use for making your socks and what you prefer and what you don't and blah de blah de blah. But yeah, I'm just sort of picking it up, doing a few rows, putting it back down. And yeah, I want to still do a cast on though before I leave for like my holiday socks. So even if I just end up, if I still don't know what pattern I'm going to do, even if I just cast on like 64 stitches for my cuff, I've cast it on and then I can work it out later on. So yeah, that is literally it. Really boring update just now, but I'll catch you later. But I've been sent, I'm getting sent a couple of things and I've been gifted. So, but they won't be in this vlog, but I'll be able to share them with you next week. But yeah, I've got a couple of things I'm able to show you there. But anyway, for now, I'm going to push off. But literally, that is just where we're up to. Catch you later. Right, I am just going to finish off the vlog here, but I just want to show you the final bit of progress I'm up to. So I have done, well, I'm in the process of doing my decreases, turned the heel, so I just notched you there, and yeah, I've only just done a couple of rows of decreases, that's all. So yeah, back on the circular needle. And yeah, so we will be able to see how this comes on next week in my vlog. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching like my first craft vlog back in ages, even though it was just dominated by this one pair of socks. I hope you've really enjoyed it. I've enjoyed recording it this week. It's been really nice just doing a bit of progress checking and things like that. But yeah, so moving forward, it is going to be a bit of a more mixed variety of whatever I'm working on at the time and not just a single project or a single type of craft. But for now, guys, thank you so much. Do consider subscribing if you haven't yet, and I'll see you all again tomorrow. Bye for now. Bye.